right, so I'm doing something a little bit different, but it's something that I've been wanting to do. We're gonna react to the first of the two Final Four games, and we got Baylor and Houston. And Baylor is a team that I just love watching. They have several guys that shoot the mess out of it, and it just makes it so tough for teams to stop because they have so many guys that knock down shots at such a high clip that it opens up the floor for everyone else to go do stuff. And they went up against Houston, who is I think I heard they were like the number one offensive rebounding team in the nation. And um, Baylor, spoiler alert, Baylor won. Baylor basically dominated throughout this game. It was just pretty crazy. Excuse me, pretty crazy to watch. And yeah, the thing, the thing about the thing about Baylor is just they've got their guards are so freaking good, you guys. They're so good. Maceo Teague has, although he's got a bit of an interesting form, a bit of an interesting release to his jump shot. It's almost like a two motion jump shot. He can hit that thing. He struggled a little bit. He struggled from three in this game, but trust me, he can get buckets. And then, if you guys have watched Davion Mitchell, excuse me, he's almost like Donovan Mitchell's twin. Uh, he's you see him on the ball right here. He got scored on right there, but trust me, he's locked down on defense. He's locked down on defense, and he is just so tough. He really, really is. He had 12 points and 11 assists in this game, and he's just so tough. And then Jared Butler also. He was 4 for 5 from 3 in this game, and they're just buckets, you guys. Just long story short, they're just buckets. They just they know how to put the ball in the basket, and they're freakishly skilled. Like, it's just absolutely insane to watch. Houston is a really good team. They're really tough, you guys, but it was it was just they just were no match for Baylor, to be honest. His shot. Sasser had 20. He hit five threes in this game. Good pass, good finish. Good shot. See, I'm telling you, Baylor just they love to play fast on offense. They move the ball really well, and again, they got shooters everywhere. So you can't really help off of anybody because they got guys that shoot the ball so well. And then Houston early on, I did not watch the very beginning of the game. I started watching the game probably like halfway through the first quarter. I mean, the first half, excuse me. Been watching so much NBA, but I've but when I started watching the game, Houston just seemed beat. And like when guys are hitting shots like that, like what do you do? Like Jared Butler, again, back to back threes. Just absolute they just have lights out shooters. And I'm just I was just sitting back watching this game laughing at just the fact that Baylor just knocks down everything. Like they're that good. They really are that good that they knock down everything and they will lock you up on the defensive end. So it's tough. Quentin Grimes for Houston on the other hand, he actually struggled a little bit. That was a nice block, not gonna lie. They had two guys trying to chase down the ball handler. But then what do you do about that? What do you do? Quentin Grimes, he struggled a little bit, but he was 1 for 8 from three in this game. But he's been throughout the season for Houston. He's had a great season for Houston. He's been one of their key players on their team. Him and Tremont Mark, who came off the bench in this game. Those two guys have been big time, as well as Giroux. I forgot. Dejan Giroux, that's right, Dejan Giroux. 6'5" senior, averaged 10 points a game this season, but he's so tough, trust me. He's tough. He's really lengthy on the defensive end, and yeah. There's Giroux right there. Good shot. But you guys just see the score. Like, it's just an absolute butt whooping in this game. Baylor was laying the smackdown on Houston. And Houston is so tough, you guys. Don't get me wrong. Houston's tough. But I think I mentioned in one of my previous reaction videos that I predicted Baylor to beat Houston just because Houston has had so many close games against teams that just weren't at the level that Baylor was playing against. Like Baylor on the other hand was beating good teams fairly comfortably, while Houston was like, I have my bracket right here actually. I think let me see who they beat. You guys can enjoy the highlights, but yeah, like they beat Rutgers by 3, and Rutgers is a solid team, but it says they were a 10 seed, and like Houston, who's a 2 seed in their region, they only beat them by 3, I believe it was like 63-60, and that's just not really something that you would expect from a 2 seed in their region. You would expect them to be a little more dominant, but I mean it is March Madness, but you would still expect your 1s and 2 seeds to be a little more dominant in their region, at least in my opinion. And they also beat Syracuse. I can't remember the score for that game, but still a good win. Syracuse is tough. I really like Jonathan Chatua. I am sorry if I messed up his last name. I am sorry. But I really love the energy that he brings off the bench in every game. He's a really great energy guy who really changes the way that Baylor plays when he's in the game. Like you see him right here. He tried taking a charge. He's sprinting up and down the court every possession. Like you see him rolling hard to the basket right there out of that pick and roll. He rolled real hard to the basket. Like he just does stuff like that. He dives for loose balls. He's really scrappy, and kind of reminds me a little bit of Draymond Green, a little bit in just the way that he plays and carries himself, and just his effort on the court just reminds me of him. She almost swatted that. And then Baylor also has Mark Vital, who is, I guess, you know what? Mark Vital is really more of a Draymond type player, isn't he? Look at this. Houston played high on the screen, made a great pass, and then over to a wide open 3-point shooter. That's tough. But yeah, who you guys got winning in the championship? I'm probably gonna have the reaction for the Gonzaga UCLA game come out probably tomorrow, either late tonight or tomorrow, because I watched both games first, and then I filmed the reaction. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Who you guys got in the championship, Baylor or their opponent, which you guys will find out in the next reaction video, or you probably already know by the time you're seeing this. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and let me know if I should do some more reactions like this. I'm also thinking about doing reactions to like some funny stuff too. If you guys have any suggestions for that, let me know. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.